Despite a late game surge here at Sun Devil Stadium in Tempe, Arizona, ASU dropped their Pac-12 conference play opener to the Buffaloes of Colorado, 34-31. Zach Keenan alongside Maddyn Johnstone-Thomas. ASU put up 31 points. It wasn't enough, but it's still the most they've put up so far this season. What went into that?
Well, I think even though they lost, there's a lot of good takeaways to come from this. It was a really pass-dominant game. Jaden Daniels throwing for over 300 yards and getting 8 different receivers involved in the game. So I think everyone in the offensive line really stepped up, is making him feel more comfortable. So I think that's a really good takeaway coming from this game.
And you talk about an air raid dominant game, really. A lot of passes from both sides, including Steven Montez for Colorado. What about Eno Benjamin? ASU, Eno Benjamin is the biggest name that ASU fans think of right now. Benjamin, where was he today?
I think he did pretty well since it was such a pass-dominant game. He had a few touchdowns, rushed for over 70 yards. So I think since it was such a pass-dominant game, they weren't getting him as involved, but I still think he still did a really good job tonight.
Absolutely. You talk about those impactful plays. Now we switch to the other side of the ball in the Arizona State defense. They gave up 34 points. That's the most they've given up all year. In fact, more in combined, correct?
Correct.
And what happened, to be quite frank?
I think they ended up giving Montez too much time. He was able to really search the field, and when he did throw those long, deep balls, they weren't man-on coverage, so people were just wide open, and they were able to just run right down the field.
Now we'll tie things together. ASU, that late game surge I mentioned at first, where was that momentum changer? Because at one point it was in favor of the Devils, and then just like that, it turned over in favor of the Buffaloes, and they took the knee. When was that momentum shift?
I think it all came down to when Jaden Daniels threw that interception. It was his first career interception. I think they didn't really know how to react right after that. He had that great pass to Frank Darby in the end zone, but after that he threw that interception. They just weren't able to rebound, and he wasn't able to complete on 4th down.
Well, ASU drops to Colorado, falls to 3-1 on the season. They'll head to California next week, take on the Golden Bears. For House of Sparky, Zach Keenan alongside Maddyn Johnstone-Thomas.